everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. You're chilling with your girl Sipokazi. And if you haven't subscribed, please press the subscribe button. Um, you're probably wondering from the heading of the video, what is the video really about? And the heading is what the church doesn't tell you. And I said Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2. I said that because I personally haven't heard of the scripture like in my church or any church, like it's hardly been preached. I've never heard it being preached. You get those favorite sermons that are always preached in church that you grew up from Sunday school being taught about and everything. But this one is very unique, but I also think it's very important scripture that we must all know, be it you are a Christian or not a Christian. I think it's a very important scripture in terms of if you want to move forward in life, if you have dreams, if you have vision about your life, this scripture tells us how to go about that. So I'll quickly go read what the scripture says before as I talk about it, right? So I have the New International Version. So I'll read Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2, and it reads, Then the Lord replied, Write down the revelation and make it plain on tablets, so that a herald may run with it. For the revelation awaits an appointed time. It speaks of the end, and it will not prove false. Though it linger, wait for it, it will certainly come and will not delay. And I just want to quickly also read the New King James Version. It says, Write down the vision and make it plain on tablets, that he may run who reads it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So, this is very powerful scripture for me personally, and in plain English, like in plain explanation, it basically says if you have a vision, if you have a dreams, things that you want to achieve, you must write them down, right? And whenever you write them down, whenever you read them, um, they will come through. So you must first write them down and then read it, and then after reading it, it says the vision will come. And then it says here, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and it will not tarry. So I'm going to speak from my experience. When the first time I heard about this scripture, I heard it on Steve Harvey on this video he did. He was talking about it, and I was shocked. In my Bible, there's the script says that I must write my visions and dreams down, and whenever I read them, like they will come through, right? So once I had the video, I was like, okay, there's no way. I couldn't believe that I could write everything that I wish for and dream that God will do for me, and it will surely come through. So I was like, you know what? Steve Harvey is lying, but I'm going to do it to just prove it to him that he's lying. So I went on and I wrote everything down, and he was like, you can write like up to 100 points. So I went on and I wrote about 60. I have until 87 here. So this is my page, guys, that I just went on and wrote everything that I want in my life and I wish God to do for me. So I went as wild as I can. Like, I didn't limit myself in terms of the dreams that I had, and there were dreams that I already given up on. But going into this thing of writing everything down, I also wrote those dreams that I already gave up on. So I went wild with my dreams, right? So I write them down, and every morning I read it. And before I go to bed, sometimes in the morning I wouldn't be able to, but I make sure every time I go to bed, I'll go over my list again. So, as time went by, as I was reading it, shockingly, I got some things ticked like it actually happened. And I was so shocked. I couldn't believe it. Um, because I read it every night before I go to bed. And when I went over it, I was like, okay, this is done. This I have. This is this actually happened. So I'm gonna just share a few stuff that I'm not gonna go over my list cause you know, but I'm gonna share some of the things that I wrote um in my list that actually came through. And I think in writing your vision down, it doesn't only, you write them, but I think it also helps you to keep focused, not to lose track, especially in this time with social media. There's Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. We get distracted so easily that we forget about our own goals. And then when we see other people, we're like, oh my God, am I going to achieve this? It's impossible. Or to think that you want the most biggest thing or the most smallest thing where other people are just living their life to the fullest. So we get distracted very easily, especially on social media. So writing them down, it helps you to keep focus of your vision, don't lose track of your dreams, and stay focused actually. So one of the things that I wrote that actually happened was um first of all was um the tiles that I wanted to put in, So when I wrote, I was like, I see the tiles in the living area, beautiful tiles. And then it actually happened. I went and bought the tiles. Don't ask me where the money came from, what. It just happened. Obviously, I work, so it's from my work money. I didn't steal anything. So the tiles actually happened. Um, I got the tiles installed. And also one of the things I wrote was like I want a big bed. And that also happened. I have now a queen bed. And one of also of the things that I wrote was that I want to study law. And that actually happened. I'm currently studying law, and for me this is like a big deal because I remember I've been applying after I finished matric, and like nothing happened, like university wouldn't take me, and I just gave up. And also, when I wrote this list, I was still doing my pharmacy course, right? And I remember writing that I wish I could pass first my exam for my pharmacy course and also finish it, right? Just to finish it, my certificate and just finish that. I finished the course. Um, so that also I ticked because I am done with it. I'm a qualified pharmacist assistant, right? So that actually happened by writing it down. So now, and it was actually a big deal for me. Some people may ask, but why won't you finish and stuff? Because I remember when I passed matric, um, when I passed matric, I didn't pass with like great results and stuff. And I remember um, getting my results, and I was like, I'm so disappointed in myself, but I passed, all right. And then um, I went back to school the next year. I went back to school and I redid my maths and physics, I think. So I literally went back and went over everything again. And I had a maths tutor at the time. So we also have session with my maths tutor, and everything was going good. And then came the final exam. Remember, I'm rewriting now. I'm redoing grade 12, right? Um, I'm just, improving on my physics and maths, actually. So, and I was so confident. that like going to the exam, I'm gonna pass. I mean, it's my second time. It's not like it's my first time, and I have a tutor for maths. This is gonna be good. And then I went and wrote, and then the results came back. When they came back, I still didn't get my desired mask that I wanted. And I was so disappointed in myself. I still remember the day, like it was yesterday. I was sitting with my matric results, and I was like, seriously, Spokazi, like seriously, seriously. And then I remember my maths tutor said the most important thing that I will never forget. She said, Sipokazi, don't let that matric certificate be the measure of your intelligence. You are actually intelligent more than those results that you got there. At the time, it didn't stick with me, but as time goes on, I was like, okay, it really does. And it's like, she said that, and I will never forget it. Don't let those metric results be the measure of your intelligence. You are actually intelligent more than that. And that kept me strong, that kept me going. And I remember also in my list, I wrote that I actually want multiple streams of income. I think I said I wanted, um, was it five? I said I wanted five multiples of income. And I currently now have, let me count, one, two, three. I have three now, multiple streams of income that I get every month. And also, one of the things that I wrote on my list was that I also want to have my own YouTube channel, sorry. And here I am today actually doing it. This is, I think, my third video. So that I also tick off. So guys, it does work. I can clearly 100% say is it does work. And I encourage everyone, if you have dreams and visions, you write them down. All right, you write them down, you read them in the morning and at night, and surely the vision will come through. And when I was writing my vision and my dreams, I was like, because why are you writing like this huge stuff and stuff? Like when I said I wanted to study law, which is now I'm doing it. I'm so proud of myself. It happened, so that's also a tick. So I was like, I went really wild. Like I went for the biggest dreams, for the biggest stuff. And I was like for myself, you know, I was first asking myself, like, why is because, some people, don't have a roof over your head and then you've been greedy, wanting all these things. But I was like to myself, if we like I've watched women in my family and other women in other households, as a women do a lot of things, I tell you, and I don't know how they do it. A woman will have a husband, a child. A woman will go to work, come back, clean, cook, feed their family, clean the child, cook for the child, feed the child, and they will do like all these multiple tasks, and then they still, are alive. They still go on for the next day, and they're doing this each and every day, like they never get tired. They iron clothes, and these things are done within like a period of a day. Go to work, you come back, you fetch your children, come back home, you must clean your baby or babies, feed them, you must cook, you must clean, you must do all those things. So like we as women are able to do all these multiple tasks, and we do them so effortlessly, sorry. So why can't we, in terms of career wise, in terms of business wise, don't want the same in terms of work wise, to also have multiples of stuff that we can, if we can do that in terms of a household, we can also be, you know be that, and even more in terms of career wise, juggle a lot of things. I don't have to have one business or two, I can have three or four, because I'm capable of it. I have the strength that God has given me to do it. So, guys, I encourage you, write your goals down, your dreams down that you wish God would do for you, like anything, and then you must read them, and then it will happen. Trust me, within a year, after a year, go back to your list and see if you're not gonna tick anything. And I like the fact this part on Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3 says, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So, although the vision may look like it's not going to happen, it's not happening, it says you wait for it, because it will surely come and it will not tarry. So and this also reminds me, this part of the scripture, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Because if you look at also Joseph had this vision, and it was a beautiful vision, right, that he had. His brothers and his family and the moon and the stars bowing down to him, but the vision didn't talk about or go through all these things that Joseph went through. It just showed this beautiful thing that everyone is gonna bow down to you, but didn't show the journey into that route. So although a tarry, wait for it, for it will surely come, and it will not tarry. I think I must do a second video on that, on the story of Joseph itself, because it's a powerful story. Because Joseph has this beautiful vision, but the things he went through, it's like the vision was never gonna be there, right? And the way the vision came about, although it was a beautiful vision, although where it came about, it was in a painful state or painful moment for him. Yeah, so guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment on the comment section, tell me what you think of this video. Yeah, guys.